Good evening. Today we are going to design all this slab. So you can say this is a part of your first part of your term work. So I have considered this slab and that is around 150 square meter, which is same as your part of term work. And then we have to design all this slab. So in this video we are going to design all this slab and section of the sections of these slabs we will see in the next video. So now here you can see we have to go for S1 to S7, and if you will see carefully, then we have around S1, S2, S3, then S6, S7. In this our span is 4 meter. If we will go for S5 and S6, then my span is 3 meter. So while calculating depth, we have to consider maximum of the two, and then we will go for 4 meter. So effective span same as your width of support less than clear span by 12. So we have that as per clause 22.2, two criteria we have. So we will go with first criteria, L effective equal to 4000 millimeter. Then we have trial depth. So L effective by D 26 into modification factor. So this already we have seen. So we have D required 113.96 millimeter. So we have provided 140 millimeter as overall depth, and effective depth becomes 120 millimeter. Now we will go with slab S1, and we have second criteria for effective span. So I have this as clear span. So clear span, and then we have plus effective depth, which is 0.12 is 3.89 meter. Now this is applicable. So we have to go minimum of the two, that is 3.89 meter, which is applicable for S1, S2, S3, S6, and S7. Now we will go with the second, that is S4 and S5. So now we have clear span. Again, this 3 minus 0.23. This is my clear span. And then we have effective depth in this, that is 0.12, which will gives me effective span for S4 and S5, 2.89 meters. Now we will switch over to load calculations. This we know. So total load, dead load plus live load, dead load, self weight of slab plus floor finish, and that will give us value 5 kilonewton per meter square. And factorial dead load we have 7.5 kilonewton per meter. Similarly, live load is 4, and factorial live load becomes 6 kilonewton per meter, and then factorial load we will get 13.5 kilonewton per meter, as we are using unit width over here. Then bending moment calculation. So this part also we have seen. We have to go for S1. So we have S1, slab S1, and there we have condition, that is two adjacent edges discontinuous. And then we are going to calculate, or we are going to take the coefficients from this table number 26, which is for your two-way slab. So we will go with slab S1. So we have, this is slab S1, and then we have two adjacent edges discontinuous. So now we will calculate Ly by Lx, which is 5.6 by 4 gives me 1.4. And for 1.4, we have for along short span, for support moments 0.071, and for span moment 0.053. So that calculations are shown over here. And then we will have this 0.071, 0.053, and then along long span 0.047 and 0.053. Then we have formula same, alpha x WLX square, and for y alpha y WULX square. So we have bending moment at mid span. So if we will substitute the values, then we will get it as 10.83 kilonewton meter. And bending moment at mid span of long span or along long span is 7.15 kilonewton meter. Now if we will go for support, that is along short span, then we have 14.50 kilonewton meter, and along long span we have 9.6 kilonewton meter. So we have 14.50 kilonewton meter, that is maximum value. Then we will go for coefficients for all these slabs. So for S1 we have already seen this, along short span These are along long span. For slab S2, we have case that is again two adjacent edges discontinuous, because we are on this side that is staircase, and so this is discontinuous on this side, and then we have discontinuous on this side. So continuous on two adjacent edges, and though so it remains same, that is 0.071, 0.053 along short span, and 0.047, 0.053 along long span. Now we will go to S3. S3 we have three edges discontinuous, or I can say one long edge continuous. And for this we are going to get that is along short span 0.057, and along at support 0.076, but along long span we have only support moment 0.043, because that edges along long span are discontinuous. To go S4, we have one long edge discontinuous, and so we have for this that is 0.045 and 0.059 along short, and along long we have 0.028 as span moment, and support we will have 0.037. Now we will go to S6, then we have this as one short edge continuous. So we have in this one short edge continuous on this side, and therefore we have 0.049 along short edge. Sorry, this is we have one long edge continuous, and we have this 0.049 that is along short edge, and along long edge we have 0.057 and 0.043. Then for S7 we have two adjacent edges continuous, because here though we have staircase, but maximum span greater than 50% we have continuous, so we are going to consider this edge continuous, and then we have this edge continuous. So we have two adjacent edges continuous, which is for our S1 and S2. And then we will get this value 0.052 and 0.039, and for along long span 0.035 and 0.047. Now values are not same, because my Ly by Lx is going to change over here 4.3 upon 4, so that comes 1.075. So these are the coefficients. Now for S1, S2, S3, S6, S7, we have WL square, that is you can see this as WLX square. We have this value as 13.5 into 3.89 square comes 204.28. So for all spans having 3.89 meter, we have to multiply these coefficients by using 204.28 to get the moment. And for slab S4, we have WLX square, and here we have span as 2.89 square, and so only for S4 we have to multiply it by 112.75, and we have this value. So unit, if we will see, this is kilonewton meter for both. Now you can see depth from bending moment consideration, we have maximum span, maximum moment as 14.50, and RU max we got as 3.45, and from this we got D required 64.83 millimeter, which is less than 120 mm, therefore okay. Now reinforcement, so along short span, so we have this value, that is at support we have, and then we have this moment as 14.50, and that will gives me requirement of steel 351.98 mm square. And AST minimum we have 168 mm square, which is less than 351.98 mm square. And then spacing we will get it as 8 mm diameter at 140 mm center to center, and provided value is 359 mm square. Similarly, along long span, that is again at support, we have bending moment that is 9.6, and for this our steel requirement is 246.53 mm square, which is less than, which is greater than 168 mm square, and we have provided this as 8 millimeter diameter at 200 mm center to center, and AST provided is greater than 246.53 mm square. Now we will prepare the table. You can see this for slab S1 and S2, we have two adjacent edges discontinuous, and we have case 4 and table 26, and values we have for mid span 10.83, and for this we have calculated value AST required, but D is taken 120 millimeter, and then we have calculated spacing for 8 mm diameter bars, and AST provided we have calculated. So likewise for all slabs for short span around long span, but for long span D is 112 millimeter. So we have prepared this table. So you have to prepare this table. This is for slab S1 and S2. Now if I will switch over to slab S3, S4, then S3 we have one long edge continuous, and S4 we have one long edge discontinuous. And from this we are going to get these values, and these values are tabulated in again this table. So you can have in this sheet, that is right side you can take, and right side you can go for all these values. So as we have this value that is 0, so automatically we are going to get that all we have these values that are going to be 0 over here. So likewise we have, this is for S3, S4, then we have for S4, S5 also. Sorry, S4 we have S5 we have one way slab. This is for S6, S7. S6 we have one short edge continuous, and S7 we have two adjacent edges discontinuous. So we have in this way. So actually S6 we have that 4 meter that is continuous. So one short edge continuous. I mentioned there as one long edge, that is wrong one. So we have one short edge continuous over there. And then we have these values of the bending moment, and accordingly we have calculated value of AST required, spacing, and AST provided. AST required is in millimeter square, spacing in millimeter, and AST provided, that is in millimeter square. And then for a slab S5 we have considered it as one way simply supported, and we have considered WL square by 8. And this is on safer side. We can go WL square by 10 by considering continuous on both sides, as we are using in purlins, but we have on safer side considered as WL square by 8. And for this we are going to get bending moment as 14.09, because value of LX we have 2.89, and then AST required is 341.50. Spacing we got 140, and then 359 square will be AST provided. Then long span we have to provide distribution reinforcement, which is 168, and we have 8 at 290 center to center. AST provided is 173.33. And likewise we have shown this in plan, so that you have to show in plan. I have in smaller dimension, you have to go for larger dimension so it can be seen very clearly. So you can see this is 8 at 190 center to center, and then this is 270 center to center. So these are span moment. I have shown here span moment, so 190, then we have 270. Then if we will go for S3, then 190, then 270. Then we have for S4, 290, 290. Then we have for S5, 8 at 140, and then 8 at 290. And then for S6, 8 at 150, then 8 at 270, then 8 at 150, and then 8 at 270. So likewise, I have shown all the reinforcement which is along short span and along long span. So this color shows that is along short span, and this color shows that is along long span. So likewise, we have provided this as span reinforcement. And then here you can have, that is for S1 along short span support reinforcement, along long span support reinforcement. For S2 along span support reinforcement. For S2 along long support reinforcement. Similarly for S3 we have along short span support reinforcement. Then S4 we have along short span support reinforcement. So likewise we have shown over here, that is support along support your reinforcement. So this color shows along short direction, and this color shows along long direction. So likewise you mention all the reinforcements and supports. And then we have these in your plan. So you have to draw a larger plan in your sheet, and you have to show all these reinforcement in one plan only. Here, if I will show it in one plan, then it will be congested, and therefore I have taken this in different plans. So this is all about your reinforcements, bending moments, AST provided spacing, all related with your reinforcement. Now in the next video, I will show how to go for this section of this. So thank you. So today we will stop here.